time to play the game. It's time to play the game. Da 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 da. Okay, stop. Listen, this is the SH Figuarts Triple H. Hello and welcome to Background Falling. My name is The Real Payne, and once more I'm going to have a look at the SH Figuarts WWE Superstar Series Triple H. Coming in as the third dude of the WWE series from SH Figuarts, we already have The Rock, we already have Stone Cold, and now we get the Game, the Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings, the Conqueror, the Destroyer, the Creator, the Daddy, the Boss, the COO, the too many goddamn titles. It's Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Terra Rising, and I'm out of names now. Now this, you have the box. I really like the font overall because it's fitting. I'm just saying, I don't know. And you have the skulls and the King of Kings logo and the WWE logo and the authentic WWE shiny sticker. And some green and of course, you know, the King of Kings. I like that you have all this Japanese text and just like King of Kings, the game, Hoshimi no na, the game. Alright. Enough of the box, let's have a look at the figure. Tonight, it's gonna be the game. In the middle of the ring. And he has a... Okay, I disconnected that. I kinda went a little too wild there. That was a Rock promo, by the way, mocking Triple H. So if you're saying my Triple H impersonation is not on par, it's actually an impersonation of The Rock impersonating Triple H. There you go. Blah. You got your, what was that movie called again? The Blah. Never mind. We have the size of Triple H. He stands at about 15.5 centimeters, which means he's a little over 6 inches tall, really to the tippy top of his head. And let's have a look at the overall fine detail going on throughout the character. The face sculpt, as with all these WWE guys, it's amazing. Oh my god, so good. 3D printing, keep it up, boys. Love it. But the rest of it is muscle work, obviously. He's a wrestler. Spoilers, so he's basically naked. With some knee pads, elbow pads, and of course the tights and the bandaged fists and everything. Now, a couple of things going on here. The hair. I don't like the hair. I think it looks horrible. And that was one of my biggest fears about this character. First of all, I don't like how it's just kind of growing out of his forehead over here. That's a very weird design choice, which I don't agree on. Second of all, I mean, it just looks, the conversion over here just looks, like I said, it's just kind of growing out of his face. It's not, it doesn't seem right to me. It just doesn't seem right. The rest of it is, I mean, like it is sculpted, it is cool, but they made it metallic. They made it shiny. It doesn't look natural. It just looks, I don't know, it looks like from a statue or something. Looks like a bronze statue, sculpted hair. So I get it, his hair is wet, his hair is always wet, and they tried to somehow recreate that, and if you ask me, they failed miserably. I'm sorry, I really don't like the hair. Other than that, you have the paint job around the fists, the taped fists. It's actually sculpted around the fist itself, but up here it's just painted. There's no sculpt work. I mean, I kind of ripped it up a little bit, but there's just a paint line and it's not... The bandages aren't really sculpted on the forearm, and that's a bummer. And he only has them on one side. Well, that depends. Sometimes he has them on both, sometimes he has them on one. You have the King of Kings, more like a King of Kings logo. This design is still pretty much how Triple H looked for most of his career. There's not really any timestamp I can put on this. The one thing I can say, of course, he's pretty ripped, he's pretty wide and everything, and when he first started off, he was, well, a lot more of a smaller guy until you know, he started training and maybe did some other things, I don't know, allegedly, maybe took some things, but anyway, he trained, and he got bigger, so he got that, so I would say like late 90s, early 2000s, going on till pretty much now, until he shaved his hair. Obviously, and there's some shading going on in the back also. Let me not Let me not forget about that. But there's nothing really much else going on in the rest of this body. So, articulation. The head is kind of limited. It's just wiggling. It's not even wiggling around. It's very stiff, actually. Just, you know, you can get it to the sides a little bit. Can get it back and forth a little bit. But where the articulation really goes on is in the neck. And by the way, you can bring it all the way around. Just be careful with the hair. It is soft-ish. You can bend it up at the tips. It probably won't break off, but just be careful. It's still pretty sturdy. And here at the elbow, you have the butterfly joint like all the other guys. It's not the best conversion, but they were going for more of a, you know, let's have this cool articulation and not such a clean look. That's always a thing. I feel like you can't have both. You either decide we're gonna have the best articulation we can in this, or we're just gonna have something that looks very good, but doesn't have the greatest movement. So with that, you have the butterfly joint, which is amazing. You have basically a ball joint with a hinge on it that's connected to the chest, so you can rotate that around over here, and the butterfly joint, this whole piece covers it up and works around with it. Of course, you can bring it all the way around, and you can bring it up like that, and you can rotate it side to side. Then we have no bicep swivel, but instead you can rotate it around at the elbow, brings it forward. Is it? It is double hinged. You have a hinge over there and over there. Doesn't go forward more because of the brick muscle over here. Yeah, see these guns. And at the fist, rotates around on the ball joint, which is also hinged, so you can bring it back and forth. Torso articulation goes back and forth, rotates around, goes left and right. Doesn't really go all the way around. And at the lower crotch part over here, you can still. Does it go around? It does go around, it's just stiff. So you can bring it backwards, you can bring it forwards. Legs, they move forward. Legs move not back so much because of the butt. Move out to the side and rotate around over here at the thigh. Let me zoom out a little bit. Then you got the double hinged knees, which look fairly good because of the knee pad. You have a little bit of a gap here, but it's fine. If you play around with it, it still looks good. Depends on how you're posing him, but it will get the job done. You can put it with people like And then you have the foot, which rotates around, has a swivel over there, and at the foot down there you have an ankle rocker. Goes all the way in, doesn't really go out so much. Well, actually it does. I thought it was stuck, it was kind of stuck. Wasn't really cooperating, but now it does, so there you go. You got all this range, all this motion, and you have a toe hinge, and there you go, that's your articulation. Let's have a look at the accessories. So he is a little light on accessories, but still, first of all, you have the smiling face looking to the side, with still his weird hair attached, and that's kind of the problem, I guess, with it. They try to do something when they get the hair over the face, and it's just not working out. Regardless, this face looks cool. Then we have a yelling face. His beard just kind of melts over there, but other than that, still looks great. He does look kind of different. No, it's not. It's fine. Never mind. He has a water bottle for when he gets thirsty. Well, actually, when he comes into the ring, you know. If you've seen that before, he takes the water bottle and he spits it out when he gets to the ring. And he has a sledgehammer, very important, because he's a construction worker, right? That's his gimmick. Haha, no. He uses it to hit the people in the face, and bury them. He doesn't have a shovel. Haha! Jokes. It's a joke, alright? He has two hands, open hands, with the hinge on it. They've been doing it for all the WWE guys. I don't like it. I'd rather have more hands for posing, but I do understand it, because if you want to do all the grappling action, they can't really bring out a million hands to really get it done. So you have this just to hold this bottle, but you have some grabbing hands for the sledgehammer though, so at least you got that. Same thing. And there you go, that's it. He's light on accessories. So let's get to the final thoughts for this guy. What do I think about Triple H in his SH Figuarts form? I gotta say, quite frankly, he's sadly the weakest. The Rock and Stone Cold, I've been over the part where I said I don't really agree with all the articulation over here. It makes the figure kind of look ugly, but still it gets the job done and it's fine. I'm over that. All right, but the hair is not looking good. All right, the hair is not looking good. Everything else is looking good. I mean, they were a little bit cheap on the bandages going on in the wrist, but other than that, he looks good. I can't really bring up any huge complaint about it. So, other than the hair, I totally recommend this figure. If you're good at painting stuff, I would recommend trying to redo this. And I mean, the sculpt overall, I say looks weird, but now that this review is over, I'm already a little bit used to it, so maybe it's not that bad in the long run. So overall, I do recommend it. It's a good Triple H, and that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like before I hit you with my sledgehammer. And maybe subscribe to the channel before I bury you with the shovel I didn't come with. And finally, stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever the game wants.